this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, wide open, complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams.
Justin Jefferson.
75 yards. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying up this football game. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Joey Sly is set to kick off. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
And what is going on here? Are they serious? First down, and they're in punt formation. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And this will be touched by a member of the kicking team right on the midfield stripe.
At the 50-yard line.
So good field position for the Rams as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. The defense loses it. It's complete. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Justin Jefferson with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Rams have taken the lead. Just an unbelievable start. Less than a minute in, they're already up 2 touchdowns.
You talk about getting out of the gate fast. I mean, beyond fast. That's warp speed, isn't it? To jump up with 2 scores like that in less than a minute's time, your confidence has to be elevated.
I haven't even found the right height for my chair yet. I'm still adjusting.
You mean you found a way to sit down?
I did, yeah.
Wow,
At least I got that accomplished.
I'm still standing watching this occur.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The first down play, to be frank, nothing short of awful, and now they have to deal with second and very long. And now he spiked it on 3rd down. I don't know if he heard a whistle. There was no whistle. He just got up and spiked it. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're NBC Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight, we wrap a busy first week of the season with a second of two on a Monday night between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Los Angeles Rams.
Joey Sly set to kick off.
And we are underway from SoFi Stadium. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Touchdown, Philadelphia.
A big play there. 75 yards. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his second season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
Josh Lambo is set to kick off.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And got his man complete. 20, 10, and they get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Justin Jefferson, 76 yards. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
Joey Sly.
That's a great response. You give up the first score of the game, but you go right down yourselves and get the equalizer.
I just had a flashback there. I remember playing in a game like that in college where one of my teammates had said in the media that week, the opposite team would be lucky to cross our goal line. They crossed it in the first minute of the game. On our first offensive play, we scored to answer back. Something similar to what we just saw there.
Very similar to what we just saw. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
And what is this?
Punt formation.
They're lining up here to punt on first down. And this will be down just inside the 30-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up, whether it's on your grease board.
All right, open, complete. Touchdown, LA. Justin Jefferson with his second touchdown of this opening quarter. And the Rams have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And down to a knee. And down to a knee. Well, that's one option. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And now is speechless, and so am I.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired. Instead, they were thrown for a loss.
And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way. And it gives him a 1st and goal.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side, the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they construct.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Rams add on to their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 25-yard line. And surprisingly, they take a knee. I have no idea why they would take a knee, but they take a knee. And a curious play call here, to say the least. Thought it might be a trick, but down to a knee. And down to a knee. That's one way to call a play. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. Sure what in the world they were thinking on 4th and 1 there at this stage in the game, but you think social media may be firing up a little bit right now?
Oh, the coach is trending right now. All right, there's no doubt about it. People wonder what that decision was. But it takes me back to a number of years ago. A very successful had told himself before a playoff game, he was going to be aggressive. No matter what, he's going to be aggressive. And it ran his team into some real problems early, and they got upset in that playoff game. Let's see if this team can recover.
Well, that's aggressive in capital letters with glitter, 7 underscore. I mean, that's the definition of aggressive.
Yeah, you can almost hear the cheerleaders doing the be aggressive chant behind him, and he listened to it.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 at the 26-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now a first carry for their fullback. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. And good pressure defensively to stop him for a loss of a couple. And there's also a flag to go with it. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
And a strange one here, a little befuddled. They're sending out the field goal unit now. They'll spot it at the 30, so this is a 40-yard attempt. So he gets an early chance to redeem himself, and he's able to put that one through.
And how happy is he that he's able to get that second chance so quickly after the first miss, gets his confidence back up, and who knows, they may need him for an even bigger kick later in the game.
Fielded near the back of the end zone, and he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. See if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. And from the 25, they work this to the 29. Again.
Force, but think about everything that's going on if you're playing defensive tackle. You're dealing with at least one blocker across from you, trying to deal with him, shed him, and maybe even a second one before you have to try and make the tackle on the big guy.
Miles Sanders, the ball carrier, brought down at the 30-yard line. A gain of a
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports.
24, Eagles 7.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And this ball is going to be touchdown just shy of midfield.
First and 10 at the Eagles' 49-yard line.
Now a handoff here to his running back.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Going to give this time to the tailback. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Here comes the Rams punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
2 minutes gone by, second quarter. He'll get 2 yards back, but it's going to leave him with a long 3rd and 13.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
The Eagles on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Yardage here, back to the 15. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Well, I think it's back to the drawing board, or should I say in today's game, the Surface tablet after this drive. 3 plays, they go backwards. They won't like they've gotten something going right there, but they'll have to pump the football away to end this one.
And they'll be set up with great field position as this is going to be touchdown right at the 40-yard line.
40-yard line.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second. So as they take it over, we step aside. And he'll give it here to his running back. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. Now let's listen in on the call.
trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49, a gain of just 2.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line.
Here comes the Rams punter now as he's on to kick it away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. And that's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here's Sanders. And he stopped immediately there. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long.
On the play. And it brings up 3rd down.
The Eagles on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. We'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Two yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with the 1st and 10. And what is going on here? Are they serious? 1st down, and they're in punt formation. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and
just before halftime. And even 50 yards. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. They're going for Jefferson downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there. 3rd down here.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a 1st down for L.A. Back to throw again. Complete. Jefferson the target. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Another nice gain. 13 yards that time and another 1st down.
Another Rams 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to have a 1st down here as they're also into field goal range at the 28. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And this will be a 45-yard attempt. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Josh Lambo set to kick off.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of a key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally down at the 36-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside gill. It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though.
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off. Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Around the 6. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. That'll put him at 190 receiving yards now. He's putting on a show. He also has a first down. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Rams add on to their lead. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It's certainly.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he rifles one incomplete.
Another not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
Joey Sly set to kick off.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Looking for Ertz, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. This throw at the 5. And he's going to take this one in for the Rams touchdown. Justin Jefferson with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Rams use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
His kick is no good. Joey Sly set to kick off.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
20-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on.
And the Rams got him. They bring him down.
And that's the second sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
2nd and long. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And that one is knocked down, but I don't think it's going to matter. The defense looked like they jumped. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain there on 1st and 5, and it leaves him with a more standard 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd down at the 44-yard line.
And now he'll tuck it and run. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remain. Quarter. And what is going on here? I've got 3rd down. Screen shows 3rd down, but they've got the punt team out there. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. That'll go in the books as just a 16-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over.
5-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They'll look to throw now on first down. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. He'll get 11 yards back on the scramble as it brings up 2nd down.
A gain of 11 brings up 2nd down at the 26-yard line.
Now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. It'll be a pickup at 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And that is incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. This is taken at the 15. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Another run with Sanders. And down he'll go at the 25. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And this is going to be an Eagles 1st down as he's got this past the 35 to about the 37.
Jair Alexander on the tackle. A gain of 12. 1st down, Philadelphia.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll run on 1st down. It's Sanders. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. That seems pretty obvious defensively. A key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away, and they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Going for the deep ball. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. They'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for L.A.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They run. It's Gurley. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brought down at the 45-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. The Rams on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And did he have enough? He did.
Yo, Ashley, I'm gonna put my mic on. That's sweet out. Hey, Ashley, I think I found a girl for you, bro. What?
The Eagles offense set to
Celine.
the next drive. And no doubt this is not the way that they
You said what, Ashley?
season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of
Celine.
the national audience. Stepping up, he'll try and run. Good coverage downfield.
What's up?
Picking up the first
What's wrong with Celine?
15-yard run.
First down, Eagles.
What's wrong with her, though? Okay, then give her a chance.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete.
I mean, maybe.
We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what
Huh?
that's about. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
You want me to give you her number?
That you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say.
Huh?
Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
Ashley, yes or no?
Like defenders.
Do you want me to give you her number?
That's because you spend too much time with me. Okay, I'll side
You
with
sure?
you on this one. This is the question.
Now a throw on first down.
Alright, hold up.
Complete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Now it's tossed left side into the hands of his tight end. And this is going to be another first down as the tackles.
Alright, Ashley, let me know when you're ready.
34-yard line. That one goes for 13
Yeah.
yards and it moves the sticks. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Let me know you ready, yes.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
All right, 704.
Dancing to his left. And now he's going to use his left. And this is going to be another first.
Hurry up, Ash. I don't got all these.
Going to be made at the Rams' 15-yard
I don't got all these shit over her number.
As they move the chains.
And an Eagle first
You said what? No, I don't be on the phone with Celine. I don't need to talk to Celine.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left.
I'm gonna tell you her number.
Keep it here. And the Eagles are going to be looking at first
704.
as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Nothing open down.
901.
Keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
the 4-yard line.
4215.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll run with Sanders. And the Eagles are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look for a late touchdown. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown. But they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
And maybe the defense caught a little by surprise there that he took off and got in?
Yeah, I would think so, because if you're analyzing it from that side of the ball, you're thinking running back, fullback. It takes you a while before you get to the quarterback.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Now that Eagle offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the pack in the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And this is really the start to the season that you're hoping for if you're a coach or a player. They've got the big lead here in the 4th quarter, and now can really take some time off the clock. And he is out of bounds
It's right around the 34. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
Well, that'll help the old passing stats. Remember, it was a pop pass, so it's not a wide receiver run there, Charles.
Well, I like the way that you scored it, and that's exactly how it goes into the books. But remember, he's had success throwing the ball the standard way in this game. And here, this little top pass, it goes for good yardage, a little something extra in his repertoire.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. It doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
As an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for L.A., that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say good night from Los Angeles.